What is going on, my people? This is the Hidden Wisdom Podcast, episode number 7. Yeah, we out here, and I know it's been a hot minute since I haven't uploaded nothing. I've been trying to do little daily bursts here and there. Your daily wisdom prescription kind of fell off for a little minute because I've been quite busy. But yeah, I'm gonna get back on that with the channel. But today I want to discuss, are you ever born into a religion? And do your parents have the right to impose their religious beliefs onto you? Now, the way I see this, I'm going to use my own personal example, but I've kind of been brought up um, in the Hindu religion, with parents that are, they are Western, they are born in the Western world, but obviously a lot of their siblings, their parents and stuff, they're all from, like, Asia, and they're all from, that part of the world where, they have a certain way of thinking about the world, a certain way about life. Now, growing up in this religion, I don't even think we, the the family that I was born into, I don't even think they really understood the real kind of Hinduism, which is all philosophical, and you know it wasn't that basically. I know there's a lot of people getting into this new age movement. I'm seeing all these Hindu symbols and signs and sayings everywhere, but this, it wasn't that. It was basically, these are some rituals that we do each and every year. We have to do them. These things involve, like, shaving off your head, like cutting off your hair when you're born, like, or when you're like 3-4 years old. um these are the rituals that you have to do. And like, there's no philosophy, there's no meanings behind any of these traditions that were done. It was just like, these are the rituals that our parents did. We didn't question them, we just got on with it, and we just did whatever all our elders told us to do. And it's almost like a brainwashing. So whenever I had questions, or whenever I was asking, why do we do this on this certain day? Why do you fast? Why, when you fast, you have to wait for the moon to come out and then you eat? Why are you staying up all night at the temple, singing songs? What are these songs even about? What's this whole concept of God? Do we believe in all these gods? Are all these gods just a manifestation of one God? Like, what is this all about? And I just got very violent sort of answers aimed back at me. There was a lot of emotional blackmail. There was a lot of violence and extremist ideologies in these people. That it might have not been physical violence, but I got violent threats and responses, basically implying, shut the fuck up, don't ever question this shit, because we don't know why the fuck we're doing it, but you better fucking do it anyway, otherwise I'm gonna get mad and I'm gonna get upset and I'm gonna start screaming this house down, and there's just gonna be unrest. And it was like, imagine I'm like 13 years old. I've got a very open mind. I'm always questioning everything, and these are the stupid, pathetic responses I'm getting from grown adults, telling me, do this, do that, why are we doing it, shut the fuck up, otherwise I'm going to scream the house down. There's going to be so many arguments, there's going to be shouting, there's going to be unrest. In the end, I just stopped questioning everything and kind of just detached. And it's a very it's just a very blind faith sort of way to live. There's no philosophy. There's nothing you can take from these things on the day-to-day life. Like, you're walking with God every single day, and you're praying, and you're doing this and that every day. You understanding the hidden meanings, the codes, the messages behind the Hindu texts. It's not none of that. It's basically just these few times in the year you do a few rituals, and that's all the religion is. God does not exist on the daily basis. It's not, you don't have a relationship with God there on a daily basis like that. It's not enhancing your overall life. It's not making you a better person. It's not, all it is as well, with other people who just thought they were so sick, they thought they were so big, like, and better than everybody else, that thought they were so religious because they would show up to all these things. They would sing all the songs, they would know all the words. They were the most fucked up people. They just thought that they could do all this fucked up shit towards people, destroying other people's lives, talking down on other people, all this bullshit. But then they can go to the temple on certain days, sing all the songs and look good, and yet they done their bit. Now they can carry on with life and act like a complete fucking idiot, and just do all this stupid negative shit. But those few occasions in the year, I'm gonna act all good, and I'm gonna act like I'm so religious, and it's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, and certain people who thought they were bigger and better and more religious, they would sit on a chair, because generally everyone would sit on the floor, and this person would sit on an elevated chair looking down at us, and that was kind of symbolizing that this person was better. We should all look to her. She's above us physically and metaphorically as well. They were trying to imply that. And it's just like, there's a lot of idol worship. There's no, it's just, whenever I would critique this religion, whenever I had any issues with this ideology, it would always be like fear-based responses. Like anytime I would say, oh, from Islam or from Buddhism, from Sikhism, from all these other ideologies, when I look at that and I say, look at these amazing, beautiful principles I've got from them, and I've taken that, I've gone with it in my daily life, and it's really helping me. You can all see the changes I'm making in my life, and you're complimenting, saying something's changed, and it's because I've got these new religious beliefs. As soon as I say to them the other religions have helped me, it's this instant backlash you get, where Hinduism's the oldest religion in the world. It's the oldest. It's just like these snap reactions that they've been taught to say that, yeah, our religion doesn't make any sense. The religion hasn't done nothing for you, and you've adopted all these other religions, and now you're bettering yourself as a person. They can't handle that, so they'll use this excuse that because Hinduism is apparently the oldest religion in the world. I don't believe it is, but because of it dates back, therefore everything in it is the most amazing thing ever, and that's all the religions are copying it. That's why other religions are great. It's just like, what the fuck, man? Like, people need to really kind of do their research about their own religion. Like, question your, what I'm trying to say is question your own shit. If something doesn't feel right to you, I'm not saying those religions are wrong, but I'm just saying maybe your creator wants you to connect with God in a certain way that resonates with you. You might be Buddhist, but you might think, you know what, the Hinduism way, everything in that religion, when I've done my research, it's made sense to me. I've gone with those principles, it's helped me. When I was following these other religions, it didn't help me. So I just feel like you need to kind of do your own research about religion, and whichever religion connects with you, or spiritual belief, whatever it might be, I just think that whatever you connect with, even if other people tell you it's wrong and don't, you have to do that, because there's a lot of stigma and a lot of emotional blackmail to keep you in these family religions that they kind of impose into you, and it's so much fear surrounding it that I never felt like these people were godly or in the presence of God. But when I've gone to other religions and seen the way they behave, and they got so much faith in their creator, like, it's all positivity. There's no fear, there's no worry, there's no anxiety. It's just this fearless, just this positive principles that they have from these religions, and moving forward and just embracing one another, trying to be, striving to be the best version of yourself possible every day, and just knowing that you're walking with God and you've got your creator there, and your God is helping you every step of that way to achieve. And God knows, God is guiding you in your life all the time. Like, whatever situation, whether negative or bad, that negative or good, it's a situation for you to grow through. It was supposed to happen to hit you with the right shit. And I truly believe that I've gone through experiences that were not coincidences. And I just feel like it's very important to do what you feel is right in terms of this belief system. Because, I just went for many years, I was unhappy, man. I would secretly read about other religions on the low and really connect with them. But then pretend that I was, Hindu and stuff. And people just want to brand it, like label you as well. Oh, you're this religion because your family had created you in that you were just born in that. You had no say over that. It's like you have to go out of the societal influence and the family influence and really decide what practice, what belief works for you as an individual. And I'm not saying you have to run out there and scream to the entire world, this is my belief, because I think those people are very insecure anyway. No one is forcing you to externally show whether that you're a certain religion, whether that's clothing, whether that's speaking a certain language or the text, or I don't know what any external shit. You don't need to do that. You don't need to. You can carry on with your daily life, just and have your spiritual beliefs as something that's personal for you, that is directly for you. Do you know what I'm saying? So that's just what I wanted to say. I wanted to get people's views on this. I just have had a very horrible experience when I'm trying to follow something else because I'm being forced to, and every single part of my body was screaming out against it. It was saying no. This feels wrong. This is not for you. This is not these principles. I don't believe in these principles. So why am I doing it anyway? It was all of that. I still went and did all this for all my life, like 20 odd years or something. And it's only recently it's been empowering since I just accepted, you know what, I'm not this religion. I believe in many other religions. I'm going to just adopt whatever principles from these religions into my life. And I've just seen amazing transformation in my maturity, in my responsibilities, in my personalities, a lot of old addictive habits and stupid things, ridiculous behaviors I would be involved in, like drinking alcohol, just binge drinking, just doing things that were never serving me, smoking. All of these things are now going away. They've now left. And I just feel like it's very, like I said, it's just very important, because if you're following an ideology because your family wants you to and you physically can't stand it, you don't like it, and everything about it, that particular religion actually annoys you, then this could be affecting your daily life. You're actually living in resistance, and this could be affecting you on a deep level, as it did with me. I was deeply unhappy. I had no concept of God. I had no concept of this growth that I'm talking about, that God is always guiding you. Everything negative actually is a hurdle. It's an obstacle for you to actually become your highest version. Like, none of these beliefs and principles were instilled in me. In fact, it was just all negative and all fear based. If you don't do these rituals, then you're a bad person. It was all that fear, and it was just for external appearances. That's all it was, really. There was no firm belief in God. And I just feel like, if that sounds like yourself, you're secretly reading up on stuff, it's fulfilling you, what I'm giving you the permission to dive right in to that religion, whatever it might be, or spiritual belief. Dive in, get to know yourself, meditate, pray. All these amazing experiences, they can't be described in words. You have to actually sit there on your prayer mat. You might be meditating, you might be doing yoga. You got to give things a try and start practicing it. When I just had these beliefs in my head, it's all cool and everything, but what I notice is when you actually start practicing it, it takes it to another level. And I'll be real, because when I first started practicing fasting, meditation, because all these things are still new to me, yoga I was doing, praying, all these things that I have now tried out. Initially, it was a struggle for me to even start, because I'm coming from such an unconscious way of living, such a fear-based way of living. And all these new concepts, they're quite hard to do. You have to get up early and pray. You have to go and drive to that yoga class, and I didn't even really believe in yoga, and I would still go, because I thought, let me actually go 7 times, 8 times, and then make a decision, even if it's shit up until the 7th time, but then I finally got it, which was actually the case. 6 or 7 times I'd gone, and I had this mad experience the 7th or 8th time I went there. And then it was like, okay, wow, like I understand the power of this now. And nobody can actually explain that on a podcast. No one can say that. No one can explain it to you on YouTube. No one can explain it to you in person just by a conversation. It's something that you need to get through. You need to get over that initial hurdle that might be blocking you, which is waking up at 5 a.m. and praying, maybe going after work to that yoga class, maybe taking 45 minutes out of watching Netflix or wherever it is that's entertaining you, pressing stop on everything, on the whole world, and saying, I'm going to meditate for 50 minutes. Now, I have not mastered this. I'm in a bit of a roller coaster. Sometimes I do it, sometimes I don't. But at least I feel like I'm progressing, because before I would never do it. I had all the theory, but I didn't practice it. And I think it's really amazing when you start doing these things regularly, and take it at your own pace as well. But the more and more regular it becomes, the more and more you start to have these experiences, and then you believe in it. So I think even sometimes I'm on the fence with the religion thing, or maybe it's not made. But then the thing is, we always get brainwashed by society. There is no, it's a godless society we're living in right now. There's no spirituality. There's just go to work, shut the fuck up, and grind your life away at work. That's all you need to do. And don't have an opinion on anything. Don't have any religious or spiritual beliefs. Just you go to that fucking workplace and you bang it the fuck out. And you make your 9 to 5 money. And every time outside of that, you're going to be running away from your life. And you're just going to have that 1 or 2 days where you get to relax on the weekend. But you'll be doing that for 40 years. And that's the ideology that was imposed onto me, from society, even to a certain degree with your parents. There's just this godless, clinical, mechanical way of living, which is you do this, you do this, you do that, you do this, you do, bang, you're dead. There's no contemplation about what the afterlife is, what's waiting for us on the other side, what is the purpose and the meaning of life. There's none of that. So it's just very difficult for me, especially as someone who, I feel like I'm a very open-minded person. I always want to know why I'm doing things. I would even look at my peers and my relatives. They'd all be doing these things without a question or a shadow of doubt in their head about anything. They'll just blindly do it. And I was like, why can't I be like, why am I asking a million fucking questions? Then I just realized maybe I'm different from the rest of the people. Maybe I'm more awake. I'm in tune with my spirituality. I've always felt like there is a God, there is something out there. And yeah, I just felt like none of my questions could be answered. So it's very important to go out there, do your own research, see and find what connects with you, what's giving you answers in your own life. This isn't about other people. This is another thing. Make sure this is a personal, individual connection that you have with your creator. That's all it is. It's not about other people. It's not about, and sure, you can kind of get together with family or the community or whatever religion it is. You can get together, you can do things together to worship and stuff. I get it, but generally speaking, this is for you. This is for you and your creator. This is a personal, individual thing that I think, I don't think you need to parade it around to the world. You don't even need to tell anyone. You can just keep it in yourself and have that connection, because it's not about other people. This is about you and your creator. Yeah. So yeah, this is just a little message I wanted to drop. This was just what was on my soul today. And I just, been getting pissed off with a lot of people's ignorance and ridiculous comments. And I just thought it was time I just voiced my opinion. So yeah, watch out for some more videos. I'm going to be getting a little bit more consistent. But if any of you have any questions, just drop a couple of comments or whatever in the description. So not in the in the comment box. You can tell how new I am to YouTube. Still trying to wrap my head around this thing. But yeah, in the comments, if you feel like you have any questions or anything, feel free to drop whatever question you have, and whenever I get some time, I'll respond to it. But thank you for listening again. Have an amazing day. Peace.